So welcome in Malta. I quickly start with a situation. Where is Malta situated? I think everybody will know it. It's the small little dot at the bottom of the map, in middle of the Mediterranean, south of Sicily, of Italy. And you can see already it's on the same level of Tunisia, of Sousse. So it's an all year round destination. If you have clients who still want to travel December, January, February in Malta, it's lovely weather. You can travel, you just need a PCR, negative PCR test, but it's possible and the weather is nice. So if clients want to stay in Europe for this winter for travel, why not proposing the destination? These are the 3 islands, like everybody will know, I think. Quick division of the islands. First you have Valletta, the capital. Next to it, you find the 3 cities. This is the area where you can find more the charming restaurant, boutique hotels, musea, and impressive cultural buildings. If you go more to the west, you can find the area of St. Julian, Sliema, St. Paul's Base. This is the area where you have the most hotels, 3 to 5-star hotels, more facilities, and more entertainment. If you go a little bit further to the west, you arrive in a more quiet area, Malaya Bay, with some beach resorts and family resorts. In the south of the main island, Malta, you can find the nature park of the Dingy Cliffs. A lot of people who go to Malta never go to that side of the island, but it's a very lovely site. It's more green. It's great for activities to relax, and also the silent city of Medina, the ancient capital. You shouldn't miss to visit that. If you take the ferry, it only takes 20 to 30 minutes to reach Gozo. And I think one of the new places to be for the destination will absolutely be Gozo, because it's more rural, it's more local tourism, it's craft, it's agriculture, sorry. So it's a really lovely destination for sustainable tourism. And then, sorry, you have the small island of Comino in between. That's perfect for some diving and some snorkeling. I will later on send you also this presentation. It will also be taped, so we put it on our YouTube channel if you want to see it again. For practical, at the Maltese Islands, they speak Maltese and English. They drive on the left, so be careful. If you propose a rental car to your clients, they have to drive on the left. There's no time difference. You just pay in euro. You need an ID card. Electricity in most hotels, it's a European standard. And for the flights, we have Air Malta, having direct flights from Brussels Airport. Every Monday, that's a morning flight. So that's the best if your client could leave on a Monday, so they have a full day enjoying Malta directly. You have flights on Thursday and on Friday. The Monday and the Friday flights are guaranteed. Of course, this is a strange year because normally they have almost daily flights, but from summer on 2020, it will pick up again. From the 5th of April, there will be 5 flights. From September, there will be 6 flights per week again. Most actual information you always find on the website. And then we have also Ryanair offering flights from Charleroi Airport on Friday and Sunday, and from January on also on Monday. And it's only 2 hours and 50 minutes to reach the islands. Like I already said, the location, Malta is quite located in the middle of the Mediterranean, so quite in the south, and it's also the sunniest city in Europe. We have the most sunshine hours in Valletta. So, okay, of course, sometimes it rains, but mostly also in winter, it's a lovely destination, and you can propose it to your clients for spring, for autumn, or for winter. What is the actual situation now with the Corona crisis going on? When you travel from airports in Belgium or the Netherlands to the Maltese Islands, you need to present a negative PCR COVID test, not older than 72 hours. And since last Friday, also for people coming from Luxembourg, you need to present that kind of test. You have to wear a mask in all outdoor areas, on public transport, on taxis, in offices, and in restaurants till you get seated. When you are eating, you don't have to wear the mask. The bars and the clubs are, of course, closed, but the restaurants remain open. And of course, you have the general rules of keep your social distance, wash your hands frequently, like in all the other destinations. I want to have a small question to you. Oh, I don't see the polling is not active, so I can't launch it. So I will go to my next slides. I go to the new travel trends who are quite important. We had the survey of Euromonitor and TripAdvisor. They predicted some travel trends for 2021. First of all, everybody's seeing that it's not going so well with our planet and that climate change is for real. So people still want to travel, but they want to do it on a more sustainable way. This means green holidays, but also have a closer contact with locals, eat more local food, do some mindful trips. 64% of the travelers think it's very important when traveling. But this means also conscious travel, so helping with local projects, respecting human rights and gender equality are also seen as a sustainable way of traveling. Second trend, during quarantine, a lot of people, I think, gained some weight, but also a lot of people went the sporty way and went on walking tours, biking tours, and they want to continue doing so also during their holidays. So maybe not, you wouldn't think directly of the Maltese Islands as a sporty holiday, sporty destination for your holidays, but there is a lot to offer. So we will explain it to you later. And last trend that we want to talk about this today is TripAdvisor is stating that the luxury traveler will travel more rapidly after the crisis as they are more used to traveling. And also if something would happen, they have more money to find solutions, to find a solution for that. So also luxury travel will be more important. I don't want to do the presentation only by myself. I have some Maltese Belgian presenters with me. So some Belgians who are living already a long time at the destinations and who can explain it even a lot more better than me. So first of all, we will be having Chris Rijken of the Rolling Geeks. He's a nice guy from Antwerp, liking his duvel a lot, but living already a long time in Malta and started a company of the Rolling Geeks. Then we have Tanja van Poeken, who will explain more about sustainable travel. She has the charming bed and breakfast Tarta Zeppi in Gozo. She knows everything about it. She's also married with a Maltese guy, so she knows everything about the destination. And then we have Ronnie Brown of in Malta, who fell in love with the Maltese island already a long time ago, and who has a luxury DMC at the destination, so he can explain everything to you about this. So I want to give the floor now to Chris. Chris, if you can. Ooh, you're ready. You can't do it in Antwerps, but you have to do it in English. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Bienvenue tout le monde. They asked me to talk about activities in Malta. I'm living here for 7 years and I start to know Malta rather well. So first of all, I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about my own company, the Rolling Geeks, first of all, and then I will talk about some other activities. Rolling Geeks, it's a unique concept. It's a Belgian-Maltese concept. It's not existing nowhere else, and it's a talking car. We are located in the 3 cities, and we do with these cars a tour of the 3 cities, the most historical and nicest part of Malta, in my opinion, but the most historical for sure. So what is now so special about this concept? First of all, electric, very important. It's a talking car. It will tell you where to go. That's easy by GPS. But it will tell you also during your tour what you're going to see. It's, the car is your private guide. It speaks 8 different languages, so I think that's not a problem. The tour in total is 18 kilometers. So you do that normally in 1.5 hours without stopping. But you have an extra hour to stop wherever you want, to drink a beer, to take some pictures, to visit some gardens, and so on and so on. What also important is for you to know as travel agents is that, you know, when you rent a car abroad, you never know where to go, only if you really determined your route beforehand. Here with this, it's important, people are driving themselves, but we see them all the time as Big Brother. So we can see on the screen where you are, and we can even also talk with you in the car in case you drive wrong. And for sure that's happening, but that's part of the fun and part of the adventure. So we can talk with them and put them back on track. And last but not least, the car takes also selfies. So, and that's what the people are getting as a souvenir after the tour. So what is also important for you to know is that, and I'm talking about individual travel, I didn't finish yet,
Sorry.
Rodriguez, I'm sorry. What's important to know for you is, first of all, it's a very safe activity, for sure now in this Corona problems. So you're driving on your own, you're staying in your own bubble. That's very important. What also, it's ticking all the boxes. So you can come there as a couple with children. You know, children always are tired after 1 kilometer or 500 meters walking. So you can be there with your children on the car, with 4 in total. I mean, adults and children. Plus also people who have a problem to walk. And Malta is not easy to make some walking into the city because it's going up and down in the streets. And last but not least, also for disabled people, we can easily put the wheelchair, for example, on the back of the car. So it's really something for everyone. Then we have also for the groups activities, we have a totally other concept, or not concept, another activity with the Rolling Geeks, but we make it a little bit shorter for groups. And we also guide the groups to keep them together so that you really stay in your timing. Also, we are open for the whole year. And when it's raining like today, we can put covers on the car. So most of the information you can find back in our files that you can load up, or you can talk later on with me to one-to-one meeting. So then that was a little bit about the Rolling Geeks. Then some other activities, water fun. Water fun, yeah. The island, you see it yourself on the pictures, it speaks for himself. Crystal blue water, you have beautiful sandy beaches. A lot of people don't even think that we don't have beaches. We have plenty of beaches and we have beautiful places, rocks, not only sandy beach, but also rock beaches. But interesting, like you see on the picture, jumping from a rock and into the blue warm seawater. Like for example, now at the moment, the seawater is still 21 degrees and we are in November. Then diving. Diving is one of the best, 5 best locations in the world. And why? Because of the shore diving. That means everything close to the shore. Why? Because it has a rich variety of dive sites connected with World War II. It has a lot of reefs, caverns, caves, and so on. You have one of the participants here, David from Malta Blue Diving. It's a fantastic dive club close to the water. They have their own swimming pool. It's very good for individuals. I can really promote this activity for Malta because it's interesting to do it for the family, for small groups of friends, and so on. But you can talk later with David about it. So that's the diving part. Hiking, it's incredible. Sometimes when I have some time and mood, now a lot of course, hiking, it's incredible. After 7 years, I still discover plenty hidden, beautiful things where normally tourists are never coming. So it's a fantastic place to do it. You can do it on a, easy way, or really make it more adventurous by climbing up hills and so on as well. So for hiking, perfect location. Then we have the biking. Yeah, again, the same. You have plenty of tracks, not only in Malta, but also in Gozo. Personally, I like it more in Gozo to do the biking tours. But again, you have a lot of tracks there for amateurs, but really professionals. So you can choose your track depending on your sportivity. Then we have the coast steering. Yeah, it's a huge challenge. It's a little bit new. It's a lot of adrenaline. Sometimes you have to jump from rocks. You have to do short swims, crossing boulders, go inside of caves. So it's a very interesting sportive event, and also again a beautiful location here in Malta to do this. Very important between all the activities for you to know is that we are a small island, and there are so many activities where we just have now a small choice out, but so many activities whereby, for example, you have a group with coast steering of people who don't like coast steering, or only half of them. You can easily make a plan B and do a combination with other activities nearby. It's not far away where you can find something, even wine tasting or quad biking or so on as well. So the island is perfect for, in a short time, to do a lot of activities. Voila. Then you have another activity, sea kayaking. Perfect. You can do by one person in a kayak or two, and you really go through the shores of Malta. And you also see, in a way, the island from a different angle. Very interesting. Again, a lot of things to discover. And there are here also online a lot of DMCs and service providers who are really can make a beautiful program out of it with the sea kayaking, including lunches and so on and so on. Also very interesting activity to do. And of course, it's weather permitting. Then we have the sporty hotels. Yes, a lot of hotels here in Malta. They're offering a lot of different sports activities in their hotel or on their own beach. Like, for example, the windsurfing, the jet skis, of course, the gyms, and so on and so on. Plenty of choices to make. Going to take my other paper because I'm reading it out here, not all the time. So, voila. Oh, yeah. Something very new. People heard about it maybe already. It's become a mermaid. It's a new trend on Instagram. It's of course not for big groups, but it's really for people who likes to have beautiful, nice pictures on Instagram. Yeah, that's the new trend, and that's now also possible here in Malta. So the conclusion, again, it's a small island, plenty of activities, plenty of choices. Talk with your local agent or with the service providers. They will give you all the information what makes your holiday or the holiday, of course, of your clients memorable. So I hope to see you later on, and I wish you a good continue of this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chris. Very interesting. You know that I can see that you do all those sporty activities. You tell them like you do them every day. So let's go now to the second trend. The second trend is sustainable travel. And we invited Tanya for this to give you some more explanation, as she has a bed and breakfast in the middle of Gozo. So she knows everything about that. Tanya, can I invite you to unmute yourself and go along?
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Perfect.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Tanja van Poeken, Flemish-speaking Belgian, and I married 19 years ago with Vince. He is half Gozitan and half Maltese. It's a strange combination, I have to say, but anyway. And we have also a son of 17. In 2002, we bought a typical Maltese classified townhouse. And that was from around the 1900s. We restored it and we gave it the natural glory back, because certain houses in Gozo and Malta are really beautiful. In June 2003, we started the first B&B in Gozo and Malta in the quaint village of Ala, Gozo. From that date until now, we are continuous modeling our little jewel, because we were from day one convinced that there is only one way forward, and that is going into quality. Quality, and small is beautiful and precious. It is like our little rock Gozo. It is also so precious and so small. In 2015, we made Artbox, because that is a home gallery for modern art. And it became a welcoming entrance of our B&B, but also a welcoming showcase for the local artists and craftspeople, and also for my paintings. Our aim is spoiling our guests and let them really fall in love with Gozo, with the little gem of Gozo. We offer them a wide range to do because beautiful and natural Gozo is undescribable. Or we just offer them a peaceful green oasis. We have a matured garden and a pool, and they can just unwind. They just take their book and we give them a glass of Prosecco, and then they just load their batteries, because often people really need that unloading and that just relaxing after their heavy works in Belgium or in Luxembourg or whatever. Whatever their wishes are, we are there. We are always there, 24/24, 7/7. We are living in the premises. So if there is a question or a wish or a problem, we are there to serve. They are just wanting to have a little home, a home with 5 services, with 5-star services, a place where they can come home to on their holidays, year after year, just to unwind. Our guests are becoming friends. They are really coming home to Gozo. And sustainable tourism, that is all what it's about, because Gozo has once again ranked as one of the top 100 sustainable tourism destinations in the world by the Green Destination Certification Program of 2020. The 6 evaluation criteria are, I'm going to read it because this is all not my stuff, destination management, nature, scenery and animals, environment and climate, culture and tradition, social well-being, and business and hospitality. Gozo is, for example, also featured in the Good Travel Guide. In Malta, there is only one university in the world, in Malta, where the students can learn how to transform the travel sector in line with the Paris Climate Agreement and United Nations Sustainable Tourism and Development Goals. Indeed, in Gozo, Malta, you can have a diploma in climate-friendly travel. In Gozo, regular beach cleanups are organized. We are just participating, we are informing our clients, and we do that the whole year around, really, because when we walk to the beach or we walk to the nature or enjoying the nature, we always take a bag with us. And when we see some plastics and some paper or some metal, we collect. And then once we come home, we just give it to our guests and try to convince them to not only participate in the nature, but also being creative, what we are finding in the nature. We call it recycling art. So it's a combination of taking care of the nature and meanwhile also being very creative. Nature Trust Malta is also a group that is having a lot of projects to protect the nature. One of them, as you see on the photo, is a project this year with the turtles. You can become a volunteer or you can adopt a turtle. I did, you know, so I recommend that everybody would do it. And like this year in Hondok Bay, our little beach, they released them. And it was really amazing how then everybody comes together and gives applause, and the atmosphere around it, just to be a part of releasing and being part of trying to make the nature good again. It's incredible. It's not describable. And also like in the Red Beach in Ramla Bay, they did the same thing. Sustainable tourism is also enjoying food, of course, the local food with a low ecological footprint. And Malta and Gozo has a lot to offer, from fresh fish to dishes with the rabbit, with the quail, goat cheeses, also a lot of vegetables, the typical potatoes and the Maltese potatoes. For sure, they are delivering that in Belgium and in Luxembourg. And of course, not to forget the DOC wines. I tried them all, I think. So it was really, they're good. They're really, really good. Recently, there is a map created, the Malta Farm Map. So all the guests can just go around to visit these farms and really see the freshest food possible. And talking about that fresh food, we are so proud of our B&B because everything what we offer is homemade and local. We are just going to the farm, We are sponsoring the local farmers because it's very important that everybody helps everybody out when we are a small island. Of course, there are certain things that you cannot find, and then we have to buy them somewhere else, but most of the things are coming from little farms in Ala or around. And all the rest we are making ourselves. And of course, indeed, the best bread ever in the world, they say. You should come and really taste it because it's really, really yummy. But also the pastizzi and the assata are delicious. They are a little bit fatty, but they are really delicious. They are like, they are made of goat cheese, or you have also the assata that is a mix with beans and curry. It is a special taste, but you should try it. The pastizzi that we serve in our bed and breakfast, okay, it's not a problem. It's made of my Tia Josette. She is 80. She's the oldest sister of my husband, and she makes them homemade. And she is so proud when we can serve them to our guests because she goes to the farm, she buys the cheeses, she makes the dough, and then she looks at our guests to see if they are yummy enough. And I can assure you, they are really good. The new tendency in tourism is that guests want really to know more and more about the heritage and the local traditions, trying to have that personal touch again. They want to have the experience, the feeling of the island life. And that is very easy when you're staying in a quality B&B or in a boutique style B&B like ours, because it's mostly important that the owners are staying in the premises so they can just share their own experience and how living on the island is. Because of the direct contact of the owners, who are of course very proud of the island, you will get that personal touch, that connection with the real Gozo and Malta. You will go into the soul of the islands. Or if you prefer a self-catering farmhouses, it's not a problem. Just book with the DMCs and they will give you all the tips you need. Because of COVID, we have rented this year also our complete B&B to different families, different generations, because they wanted to stay in their safe bubble. But on the other side, of course, they wanted to have a proper holiday. So they wanted to have all the services of the 5-star hotels. So we offered them everything from A to Z. So not only the bed and breakfast, but also the lunches, the dinners, massages, facials, foot reflexology, everything in their safe bubble. We let the specialized therapists come here at home and they provided everything for our guests, and always with the COVID-19 rules in place, of course. Sustainable travel also means mindfulness. Gozo is extremely peaceful. The countrysides and the remote beaches are offering the perfect hideaway to connect your body and mind and soul with Mother Nature. Yoga and Pilates, you can do it everywhere and whenever you want, as long as you feel the quietness and the tranquility around you. And I can assure you, Gozo really can give that. Or if you really prefer a bit more active things to do, then you have Zumba. I do it 3 times a week on the beach in Ala, and really, if you dance all your troubles away and all your worries away and just everything flies with the sea breeze, it's a perfect way to start your day. And all of this you do on your own, or we provide a therapist, because there are a lot of therapists in Gozo available. Also, more and more local and foreign therapists are bringing their clients to our house. They are just renting our house and do their thing. They are doing a combination of relaxing holidays, but also with the healing and mindfulness sessions where they are specialized in. So it's also ideal for team building. Last but not least, the endless wonderful coastal walks on Gozo. Best time is, let's say, half of September, end of September, a little bit after the first rain. So in 1 to 3, Gozo becomes green again until the end of May. Sometimes when it rains a little bit more in January and February, you can even go for walks in June. But it's getting a little bit warm then to do the country walks, because there is a lot of green in springtime, winter, and autumn. But in summer, it can be hot, and we don't have the forest, so often you are just walking coastline, so in full sun. But It's extremely beautiful because, like in autumn and winter and in spring, when you see the green fields and the colorful flowers of the cactus and the honey colors of the sandstone, and then all the blues of the seas, it's all blending together like an extremely beautiful painting that you can only dream of. You cannot practically imagine that the combination of everything is possible. And also you have then the colors of the rainbow. That is also sustainable tourism. That is sustainable travel, visiting destinations, so like Malta and Gozo, which are respecting the human rights, gender equality, and also LGBT friendly. And for many, many years, Malta is now chosen to the most LGBT friendly destination in Europe, following the International Rainbow Index. So together with all the beautiful colors of Gozo, we also have the beautiful colors of the rainbow. And we are very proud of it. So give it a thought and come to Gozo. You're more than welcome.
Thank you very much, Tanya. I think everybody is really wanting to come to Gozo now. They can't wait. So thank you for this explanation.
You're welcome. Everybody welcome.
We will come. Be careful. We come already tomorrow, maybe. Because
left, you know?
Yeah, and please stay on board because later on I will give you some more details about the fam trip we will be doing, and then normally we will visit Tanya as well, and then you can see her live, alive and kicking. So wait, and later on I will tell you more for that details. Now I will pass the word to Ronnie Brown. He will tell you everything about luxury travel. Ronnie, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us at the virtual Malta workshop this afternoon. Well, my name is Ronnie Brown. I'm actually home right now in Luxembourg. I fell in love in Malta about 20 years ago. I had friends always trying me to get, Maltese friends trying to get me over there. And well, about 20 years ago, I went the first time, and then traditionally on vacation, started off by going once a year, then twice a year, and 3 times a year. By right now, I'm should say almost say half in Malta, half in Luxembourg. And every time I'm leaving the place, I can't wait to get back. I just came back 3 weeks ago, and I should be back down in about another 3 weeks. And I really, every time I land in Malta, I say I'm home. So basically, this is when what I feel about Malta, and also about the passions and the destination itself, because it's very, very varied on all parts. And I can also only confirm that Tanya is living in a wonderful place in Gozo. The first time I went to Gozo, I never thought I would fall in love with it. Last time I was over 2 weeks ago, I had no time to go to Gozo, and I must say already I'm missing it. So the next time I'll be over, and hopefully I come and visit you, Tanya. Now the nice thing about Malta is it is very varied. I mean, we saw already 2 presentations now. I'm going to speak a little bit about luxury. Luxury, it has everything that caters luxury at all ends and all demands. Basically, it can be from extremely demanding or individual clients. We will always find the needs there too. We can stay away fully from the busy places if the clients wish. I mean, the first slides really invites us to a really nice hotel, the Corinthia Palace Hotel, which not too far away from Valletta, located a little bit outside in a wonderful park, really colonial style hotel, 5-star. Has a really, really warm welcome and tremendously nice setting in there. Most probably the best Asian restaurant that you can find in Malta available there as well. A pool, a nice spa, inside pool in the winter. Perfect location for the people who wish a luxury stay in a not too busy place and do not really want to have sea view, but country view is also very, very important to find. Staying within the Corinthia family as well, they have a wonderful place, the Corinthia St. George up in St. Julian, Also a very nice hotel that I've stayed in myself quite a bit, and with tremendously nice suites in there for people who are looking for suites with lots of space, plenty of pools around, plenty of catering around. You are in St. Julian and yet not in St. Julian, so you're not really getting the busy part of Patcheville out there. But if you want to go to Patcheville, it's only about 15 minutes down. And there are many, many places like that who offer a really, really nice thing. And the nice thing is about Corinthia. Corinthia has been there for a long time and really have also the experience about the Maltese Islands and the Maltese charm there. So for any place, people looking for suites and really looking for extremely good catering, of course, you have the luxury hotels that offer this. One of the traditional hotels, the Westin Dragonara down in St. Julian, really nice settings, fantastic sea views there, really nice suites, and something even there, they have really suites set separately with their own gardens. So basically, people want to completely stay away from the busy hotel part. You can find this, plenty of catering facilities, and also once you walk out, within a few minutes, you're in the center of St. Julian on that front, and also an ideal spot to actually discover the islands. Staying away now. For the people then going a little bit away from St. Julian, the AX hotels have a nice variety of hotels over the island. One of their 5-star hotels is the Palace in Slima. Really cool hotel, right in the center of Slima. Easy to reach for the people who want to go to Tinea Point doing some shopping. People also think that Malta, you can find all the luxury shops that are available. Most of them are in Valletta or in Tinea Point, from Paul & Sharks, Louis Vuitton, etc. Tinea Point also has all the catering facilities who are from basically standard to Maltese cuisine to extreme fine cuisine. And the coolest part here about the Palace Hotel is it has a fantastic rooftop pool. You really have the impression that you are swimming into to Silema, and all the suites are team suites. One I remember is a music suite. It doesn't have a drum still in there. So for people who look for team suites, etc., the AX Hotel in Silema would offer this. Nice thing is also that the AX has changed a little bit their concept as well, and have joined the boutique hotel families who become a more and more important part of it. And this is also where we come into the game, is that we have now developed, especially this year, with the COVID thing, is Bubble Travel. Bubble Travel app on that thing is that we are using many of the boutique hotels down in Valletta. There's a large variety of there. Valletta was basically very much dead over the past years, has developed in a very much in and hype city. The last 5-6 years, it became very lively, very hype, especially in the evening times, where you can find plenty of stuff to do, nice cute bars, plenty of boutique hotels, without naming too many of them by name, because they have all their charm. They offer something completely out of the box different that we know from the standard big hotels that are around the world. So basically, the light switch doesn't need to be on the left-hand side when you walk in. It could be on the opposite side of the room. It offers, of course, all the catering that you need and that you are looking for on that front. So much more personalized on that. We can offer and basically anything there, from luxury personal transportation into classical cars, really cool excursions on that front. So there is plenty of things to do. One thing, of course, who become more and more important now is basically people wishing to travel on their own, being on their own, using either a house of character or a farmhouse, be it in Gozo or in Malta. Now, farmhouses are usually easily found in Gozo. In Malta, they're more difficult to find, but there we have the house of characters. And the thing is that we are doing right now is that we have a whole package of different catering activities available for our guests there to really personalize their holiday. Basically, from having the chefs coming over to prepare their dinner, uh, going to the markets with them to find local groceries and local food if they want to prepare their own cuisine. We have, of course, then personalized excursions where the family will be only traveling on their own with their own guides, so there is no mixing around on that front. And we go even that far that for people who are into, let's say, more the healthy side, is that we'll bring over a trainer for yoga, a personal trainer for the sports, into the to farmhouse or the house of character on that front. So basically, that the people really have a perfect tailor-made holiday on that front without having to mix the busy of the large hotels on that front and still have the full enjoyment of Malta. Now, food in Malta is very, very important. That's especially for the Belgian and for the Luxembourgish markets. We know that food is at least 50% of the holiday on that front. For the people who are really looking at the top gourmet food, very new since a year, we have 3 one-star Michelin restaurants on the island in Valletta. One of them is located actually in one of the AX or AX hotels in Valletta, offering in the winter and springtime and autumn. Actually, they are down in the cellar of the hotels, and really cool in the summer is they relocate the hotel on the rooftop. So you have a real perfect view over Valletta, enjoying Michelin star food, sitting on the rooftop in Valletta. But of course, food, as I said, is important. Maltese food is absolutely great. There's plenty of things to find around. I mean, basically, fish is very big in Malta. It's fresh every day. I mean, the fish that you're eating is usually catched at night or in the morning. It's not really getting older than that. Everything is prepared freshly. And the nice thing is that the value that you get for the euro in Malta is much bigger than that we know over here. So basically, you can get extremely good food for less money than over here. Then one thing who becomes more and more on the exclusive travel is that we feel that our distinguished West are always looking for different ways of traveling, and now certainly with the environment on that is that we have now a whole series of for the more active holidays of sailing yachts available that you can do for the day, for 2 days, 3 days, up to a week to sail around either on your own or with a skipper on that front. And here also we cater in different budgets, from basically luxury to top luxury on that front. And then very, very new on the luxury front is that we have a few things that we are just created, who are just about to be launched. This is now the motor yacht charter holidays that we are doing. Basically, we will be offering packages for 3, 4, and 7 nights. Motor yachting with skipper and crew around the Maltese islands. So basically, you can stay Malta and Gozo, or you can also go across to Sicily. But here, most of the cases, the people really like to stay around Malta, and I would also recommend to do this. We will be providing a basic schedule, but of course, this is the luxury of your own yacht and your own captain and your own crew. So basically, you can work with the captain and the crew around that schedule and say, we want to stay longer, we don't want to go there, we prefer to go there, we want to do this, we want to do that. We'll be offering this with different kind of caterings on that front, and also fully personalized. So basically, the guests will have to tell us a little bit their preferences in kind of food that they want, and etc. And the catering will be provided as front of that. We even go up to the full package here for people who really want their full privacy. Is that there will be a combination with a private jet flying from either Brussels, Antwerp, or Luxembourg Airport to Malta. People will get individual transfers down to the yacht, then basically do their cruise, and then will be either brought to a farmhouse or to a hotel if they want to extend their holiday, or back to the airport and have a full private jet back home on that front. So basically, this will be for the people who are really looking for privacy at 100%, and basically also for the top of the edge of experience on that side. So that's the new motor yachting that will be available very, very soon on the front.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. Maybe I skipped some slides. Important that you tell us about the 2 new hotels.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a brand new. I'm sorry for the people, for the colleagues from the Hyatt Regency, who is located right in St. Julian. For the people who are looking for a brand new hotel in St. Julian, the Hyatt just opened. Unfortunately, I haven't had the occasion to go in yet myself, but the colleagues who visited who are extremely pleased with the hotel. Unfortunately, it opened at not the easiest time of the year, because it just opened straight after the lockdown that we had in March on our front. Super location there in the heart of St. Julian. Again, in the heart, but avoiding the busy part of Patcheville on that front. So, but again, for the people who want to go to Patcheville or in other places for the nightlife, you are steps away, but you are really not affected by the area. Perfect location in St. Julian for the people who are looking for a brand new hotel over there. And then the last one who just, well, this literally just opened, I think about 3 weeks ago. It's the only in the first 6-star hotel that Malta is offering on that front. Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to visit that. It's a well-think concept. It's really for people who want to cluster away in that area of Valletta. It's also the only hotel in Valletta who will be offering breakfast until 2 p.m. on that front. It's worked on a very individual base that it really will be catering to every desire of the guest in a kind of very secluded and luxury atmosphere on that front. I'm sure that we will have packages combining the hotel with the yacht package as well on that front, because this will be marrying soon. But as I said, unfortunately, they were just in process of opening the hotel while I was there down the last time. So I'm having actually colleagues doing visits right now, and I'll be visiting the hotel the next time I'm over.
Yeah, we hope we can all join you when visiting or even staying at that hotel.
It's wonderful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ronnie. Thank you very much, Tanya. Thank you very much, Chris, for your assistance. Very interesting that you could join us. But before ending this presentation, I want to finish by presenting you very shortly all the Maltese partners who are present at the workshop and with whom you can talk during the one-to-one meetings. If you don't have one-to-one meetings scheduled, or if you say there's some interesting partners I want to talk to, we will send you also later all the contact details of all these partners. So please do not hesitate to contact them. And please also do not hesitate to send a lot of tourists to them. So we have, of course, Tanya. You met her already. She is running the lovely B&B Darta Zeppi in Gozo. We have Andy. He is the representative of the AX hotels. Ronnie talked already about the Palace hotels, but they also have some nice boutique hotels like the St. John and the Rosselli Hotel in Valletta. You have Christopher and Denise of the Corinthia Hotel. Hotels, very prestigious and very lovely hotels. They are from the Maltese Pisani family, so very lovely hotels. And also the Radisson Blu hotel is in their offer, so they can explain everything about these hotels to you. We have Stephanie of the Sporty Hotels, the DB hotels. We have the DB Seabank Resort and Spa and the DB San Antonio Hotel. These are also one of the few hotels offering all-inclusive. So if you would have clients who want to have an all-inclusive formula, you can certainly contact Stephanie and she will give you more explanation. We have Michael Grima of the Westin Dragonair Resort, a resort where a lot of famous people also want to stay on his own peninsula. So very lovely exclusive hotel. And Michael will explain a lot about it later on during your one-to-one meetings. For the DMCs, we have also a large offer. They can offer all the activities that we've shown and explained. So if you have a specific question, please do not hesitate to contact them. We have Warren Zara. He's the managing director of DMC Alpine Sterling. And this is one of the leading DMCs in the Maltese Islands. So any activity you want to do on Malta, Gozo, Comino, contact Warren. He has a lot of experience. He can do anything you want, and he has also colleagues who are French speaking and Dutch speaking. So if you have clients who are not so much used talking English, no problem. Warren, the colleagues of Warren can help them in Flemish or in French. They will also be present during the one-to-one meetings. So if you want to do a question in Nederlands or en français, pas de souci, Warren and his colleagues are there for you. We have Ronnie Brown, you met him already. He's the owner of in Malta, specialized in luxury holidays in Malta, Comino and Gozo. We have Edward. Edward is married with Lisa and they both own Malta Uncut. Malta Uncut has already 25 years of experience in event management and they have a really different approach than other DMCs. So if you want a specific program, please do not hesitate to contact Edward. And then we have SMS Tourism with Julian, who is there for you. Nice guy, Julian, always nice to talk to him. SMS Tourism is established in the 60s and is a destination specialist on the Maltese Islands. They are really committed to deliver a consistent, high quality and tailor-made traveling experience. We have Chris of the Rolling Geeks. You met him already. He did a nice explanation about the sporty holidays. If you ever, you can have the meetings with him, but if you ever are in the neighborhood of the three cities, please pass by the Rolling Geeks. Have a good duvel with him, drink a good duvel, and he will give you the explanation in old-fashioned Antwerps. He also in the cars. You have Malta Blue Diving. And David Rijke, the son of Chris. I don't know if I can tell it, but yes, it's the son of Chris. David loves diving. He started diving in '95 in the Neckerspool in Mechelen, of all places. And he really loved the sport. And in 2016, he fell then in love with Louisa, who is a Maltese beauty and who has her own, had her own Malta diving club in Sliema. They fell in love, and now David is on the destination, on the island, doing romantic diving trips. But he doesn't dive only with his wife, but of course also with your clients. So he's the specialist and can tell you anything about diving in Malta, Gozo and Comino. You have Cornel. Cornel is present. He's the owner of Gozo Adventure. This is a small eco-friendly company offering kayaking, biking, hiking, climbing, abseiling, eco tours, and a lot more. So he also loves to do a lot of sport activities himself. So if you go for one-to-one meeting with him, he can tell you all about it. We have Andrew Warrington of MC Adventure. He has a local guiding company in adventure sports like rock climbing, kayaking, mountain biking, coasteering, zip lining, trekking in the wild. You name it, Andrew is your man to organize this. Then more on the cultural level, we have Roderick and Joseph joining in for the one-to-one meetings. They are representing Heritage Malta, and this is the National Agency for Museum Conservation Practice and Cultural Heritage. So also a very important thing to do on Malta. We can't miss the culture. So if you have any questions, you can contact them. And maybe also good to know Heritage Malta, they're offering a lot of venues where you can do events. So if you would have a group, any place of Heritage Malta is almost possible to organize some group events. Then we have the ever-smiling José. José is representing Air Malta, and Air Malta is of course the airline of the Maltese Islands, who are connecting Malta to over 35 major cities across Europe and the Mediterranean. So he's also there present for some one-to-one meetings. He's a lovely guy, so I know it's not so easy for the airline business for the moment, so give him a slack and have some lovely conversations with him. Then, like already, we made a lot of promotion about the lovely island of Gozo. For the moment, only 10% of the Belgians do visit also Gozo when they are in Malta, and that's really a pity because I think it's a lovely destination. So you can do sustainable travel. There's a lot of activities you can do there, so it has a lot to offer. And we have the pleasure to have Mr. Joe Muscat. He's the director of the Gozo Tourism Association. Of course, he knows everything about the Gozo. He can explain to you every detail about the island, the new place to be. So please have one-to-one meetings or contact him and send more Belgians and Luxembourgers to that lovely destination. Of course, not too many, but then it's maybe not so sustainable anymore. Then we have Alexia, who's joining in from Convention Malta. Conventions Malta is focusing on conferences and incentive travel and offering expert advice and assistance to planners. Of course, it's a little bit a difficult mice here in Belgium, Luxembourg, but of course also in Malta. But they did a lot things that took in place to still organize some events. And of course, for 2021, they also well prepared to do it on a corona-friendly way to still organize some events. And then we have Janet Krekdiemek. It's always a difficult name to pronounce. Sorry, Janet, for that. She's doing the representation of the Malta Tourism Authority, and she's based in Malta, but she's doing the representation for the Belgium and Luxembourg markets. So she's also now putting together the fam trip. So you have to be nice with her if you want to go on the fam trip. And then here in Belgium, we from Glenaki, Beatrice, myself and Lisa, we are doing the representation of the Malta Tourism Authority for the Belgium and Luxembourg markets. So if you have any questions now or later on, you can always contact us.